blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Hello. It's your girl Melikia K, Courtney, and welcome to Sanctuary Experience. That's what that SXP stands for. Metamorphosis 365, which is your growth podcast. If you've not been here before and it's your first time, welcome. If you're returning, hey, welcome home. And I will encourage you to go ahead and subscribe now if you are someone who is truly committed to personal growth and development. That is literally what this podcast is for. Growth. Now, yes, we do goof off a little bit here and there. I am a poet in the poet streets, Lady Molotov. But tonight, you're going to experience Melikia K. Courtney. I begin all of the podcasts pretty much the same way. Gratitude, because that is so necessary to fall back from the day and the noise and the everything else and center in on gratefulness. With that, as in practice, I'd like to thank Sunshine Cromwell, who was talking about me behind my back in the best of ways. That led me to meet the awesome crew here at Blast. So it's wonderful to have this podcast, a commitment I've made for 2 years. I'm beyond the first year. We're moving into year 2. That finishes up in April. We'll decide when that rolls around if we're going to continue. But I feel like I've given a whole lot of methods and tools and keys to grow for the free right here on YouTube. So do subscribe to my channel, Melikia K. Courtney. Do subscribe to Blast Music 247. I can simplify a quick QR code for you. Bam. There you go. You want to do that for 2 reasons. If you're an artist and you care to have your music highlighted through Blast on a podcast such as mine or in their other offerings, you want to register as an artist. If you are a super fan and you love music and new things in indie, go ahead and register as a fan and enjoy yourself while you're over there. Tell them Melikia sent you. Okay. Put that away. Tonight, we're going to... I'm going to take it as slow as I can because my mind moves really, really quickly. And there's much that I want to give you. And I've decided to give you the top 5 under this title, Alphabet of Self-Mastery. Okay, the alphabet. For those who don't understand what the alphabet is, that is where the alphabet itself, the word, comes from. You can hear it. It has Hebrew roots, yes. So let us take a fun walk. Now, it was important to touch this topic because, which answers your question, why? And why does this matter? If you have not taken time to create your own alphabet of self-mastery, chances are your life looks like this. It looks like stress. It looks like chaos that you cannot order. And stress comes, so let me qualify that, a stress that you are not able to manage. Okay. Many things might be out of control, including your surroundings, your environment, your humans, i.e. children, yourself, your workplace, your relationships. Disarray. And with that in mind, I don't want to leave you like that. I have a heart to help you grow into your better and best, which is why we up here hanging out today. Okay. I was thinking, do I want to take care of the other stuff first, but let's just dive in and get a couple of these in the water, and then we'll pause for station announcements and to share some music and breathe a bit and let it sink in, and then I'll come back and wrap up. So that's what you can expect tonight. Boom, boom. And I'll tell you who I am more for those who need to know that, but let's get some work done first. The ALEF. When it comes to the alphabet, we started the A in the English alphabet. We started the A over there in the Hebrew alphabet. ALEF. For my intensive purposes, this is how I ordered it up. All right. Awareness. You can't do a dang on thing unless you have taken time to become aware of what your mental state is. aware of what your thoughts are. And your thoughts and your mental state, darling, that is going to craft the world before you, what you're looking into, what you see, how you behave, how you fall in, and around you, because clearly it manifests in front of you and you push to the side so you can continue to manifest. You are a creator. Understand that your life, you create, and can't go blame God. You can't go blame mommy and daddy. You can't go blame uncles and aunties and sisters and brothers and cousins. Yes, maybe they had some filtering action. Maybe some of their creation overlapped into yours. Okay, cool and fine. But guess what? EOD, which stands for end of day, end of the day, it is on you. When I'm speaking to the adults, especially my 30s and up, you have had some time in adulthood to write yourself up. And this is not a judgment. This ain't that. This is an encouragement and a tooling. So the awareness, we're going to start with the awareness. Take time to become aware. It's probably a good time to say that this is a workbook. So if you want the workbook, you do need to contact me and we'll get those details to you. Yeah. All right. Because you don't have to get the workbook from me necessarily. You can get your own notebook and pen and write this out and hit replay on this episode and go back through it and do it for yourself. What are you doing? You are sitting down. You are focusing in on your awareness. What are you aware of? That's your first step. What am I aware of? I mean, right, big, general, long. What are you aware of? Start from your simplest things. You're aware of yourself. You're aware of your name. You're aware of your surroundings. You're aware of your favorite things, your favorite people, your profession, your hobbies, your excellence, your weak points. You want to get it all out in front of you, especially if you find yourself in a stuck place. Trust and believe. If you find yourself in a stuck place, becoming aware of the simplest things, taking that exercise to be intentional and become aware is going to help you dislodge, get out of that stuck place, right? The silent beginning. This is not an exercise that I'm going to encourage you to do with anyone else but you. You don't need the distraction. Not the cell phone, not the computer. Get that hand on out. If you have them, God bless. If you don't, you figure it out. Paper, pen, pencil, pen. Even if you care to draw images, because sometimes I don't even want words. I just want the images. All right? Fall into who you are. Take into your awareness. Be silent. That silent beginning is beautiful. Some people enter in through meditation. If that's your enter in, do what you need to do to enter in to your awareness. And I kid you not, do the work. If you jive it and half-ass it, you're going to get them results that match. If you go after it and you do it wholeheartedly and 100%, you're going to get those results. All right. You want to cultivate awareness, the awareness of yourself, the awareness in silence and source. Let's talk about source for a minute. Some folks wave the banner of Christianity. I think that's really easy. Or Muslim. These are prominent religions that people identify under. Okay, and which is perfect, really, because if you have a spiritual identity, then you have a spiritual deity, and that deity, like every other master that has walked this earth, has set a guideline for you, the i.e. how to live, all right, and what to avoid. So you have a rubric, you got a plan, a blueprint that you can touch, and it can be your resource. All right. I encourage you to go to your God and ask for that help, ask for that clarity. And as you diligently seek to become aware and increase, enhance, and excite your awareness, that these doors, these mental doors and spiritual doors will unlock for you. That is my highest prayer for you. All right. So number one is awareness. That's your ALEF, your starting point, your beginning. You got to start somewhere. And I encourage you to start with awareness. All right. It spills over into so much more, but I want to give you that much so we can continue. And I see the comments. I'm going to get to those in a minute because I want to get through a couple of these first, and then we'll go back. All right. And I'm going to do a little bit of round robin too, so work with me. Your bets. Boundaries. Boundaries is it's such a huge thing. And to be clear, when you set a boundary, do you understand that that's an immediate invitation to have it tested? It absolutely is. So for those who have moved through the awareness point and you've come to some conclusions and you've become aware that there are areas and people who are stepping over boundaries, okay? Don't be mad. It's to help you reinforce, to strengthen you and the boundaries you've set. Hey, listen, this is this. I don't like that. I'm not having it. Or self boundaries. Please don't forget that. That is a beautiful place to begin. Before you start putting boundaries on everybody else, how about some on you? What is it that you will not do? What is it that you will not say? What are you making a conscious effort to engage in? What boundaries have you set? For my folks who enjoy imbibing, I enjoy whiskey like nobody's business. But do you think I'm going to have more than two? Absolutely freaking not. I'm just not going to do it. And that's a boundary I set for myself. Do you understand? Food. I am a cookie fanatic. I mean, I like cookies a lot. But I'm not about to sit and eat a whole pack of cookies because it's not good for me. It's not good for my body that it doesn't align with my goals. So you want to craft and draft your boundaries in a reasonable manner. Do set yourself up for success. Do be mindful of your schedule, of your needs, of you while you're creating these boundaries. And if your boundaries include others, okay, you're not calling me 17 times a day. I'm not about to be spending 6 hours in your face because I got stuff to do. Things like this. If you've set those types of boundaries, be prepared to enforce them. Not cruelly. You don't have to be mean. This is not that. But be prepared to open your mouth and speak up for yourself. Hey, listen, I'm aware that we keep revisiting this particular spot and it's not getting better. Okay? Smooth, kind conversations. No need to be mean. 3. Come on. Generosity. Your generosity. So your awareness, your boundaries, and your generosity. ALEF, which is the camel, which is kind of funny. But think about it. Think about the camel in itself. I'm going to have you do that on your own time. I'm not going to break that down right now. But what you love to do, and I got to go back for that one too, you want to carry nourishment and give freely. Did you know that the nourishment starts with you? One of the simplest things that I hear, and it's such a used metaphor, but here we go. On the plane, if those oxygen masks drop, you put yours on you first. Okay, let's push it. For those who are the head of house and who are feeding self and family members, especially you parents, what are you feeding your babies? Is it nourishment? And let's talk about not just the things that we put in our mouth. Let's talk about the things we put in our ears. Let's talk about the things that we stick in our brain. Let's talk about the things that we feast on our medias or doom scroll. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the games that we play. All right, so all of this must be considered. You got the same 1440 that everyone does, the 1,440 minutes in your day, the same 365 days a year. And if you need contrast, if you have a goal that you know of someone who's already accomplished it, what are they doing differently with their 1440 than you are? It is no slight. Once again, this is not a judgment conversation. This is to bring awareness and to help you set some boundaries about yourself and then be generous. In that generosity, there is peace. There is a grace. Like for real, you want to be able to give yourself grace, not to the tune of excusing your BS. Let's not say that, but it doesn't harm you to be gracious to yourself and to the world around you, whether your world begins when you wake up and your feet hit the floor and there's world and environment in your house, or when you step out your door, your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends. You know, it is doable. It is doable, regardless of where you find yourself. And I'll share a little bit more about me in a bit, so we kind of get a better picture of where I'm coming from here. I want to touch back on the boundaries for a second. When it comes to building your boundaries, if you look at it like this, okay, here we go. You're building a structure. All right. You have magically become an engineer when I snap my fingers, and you want to build a sound structure. You want to build a firm foundation that you can stand on and that you can excel and rise in. All right. Allow me to give you two of your main building blocks, two of your main, like, most important. It is so simple too. Yes and no. If you are not a person, it behooves you. If you're not a person who does this already, it behooves you to become one. Let me say it full thought. Let your yes be yes, and let your no be no. There is no insanity like the insanity of running around in a circle, because you don't have the cojones to let your no be no or your yes be yes. All right. And that, I wanted to make sure I share that when it comes to the boundaries. Your boundaries are healthy. It is good to have boundaries. Consider, and we pop back to the awareness and the deity. Sovereign divine God created, said to the water, you go this far and no further. Said to the sun, you rise and you set. Moon, you rise and you set. Everything is in time. Everything is in rhythm and in harmony. And when you find yourself outside of rhythm and harmony, dollars to donuts, it was a blind spot, possibly, or a flat out intentional choice to step out of your harmony. Oh, I know I shouldn't have done that. Stepped out of your harmony. Oh, I know I shouldn't be eating it this late. Stepped out of your harmony. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That was so messed up. Stepped out of your harmony. And as simple and as easy as you step out of your harmony, you can step back. Awareness, awareness, awareness. Boundaries. For real, for real. And generosity. Again, be gracious. Consider your nourishment and in the manner that in which you give. Are you a selfish person? Are you miserly? Are you irresponsible? All of that falls into your generosities. You want to be wise in every move you make, especially for my grown folks. Like when, and I 18 and up, this applies to you. It applies to even some of the young children that I've come across who, with between the mentoring and the teaching and like that, because you have been exposed to the truth. So let's say that you are responsible for the information and the truth that you are exposed to. You either have chosen to tend to it, believe it, or disbelieve it. And then per whichever line you chose, if you believe it, you rock with it, you added it to your life, you done built it into a habit, and it is habitual, such a second nature, it is your life. You've built it, grown it, and manifested it, right? If you disbelieved it and you push it off to the side and you let it dry up and die, gave it no more time or attention, then that is what it is. Now, whether it is good to do that or bad to have done that, your life will answer that for you. I am Melikia. I am not your God, right? And that's going to be between you, God, and you. All right. But I'm going to give you these tools so that you can sit down and consider which movement forward is best. And I implore you and I encourage you and I remind you, y'all, awareness. Step one, boundaries. Get you some if you ain't got none, especially my people pleasers. Oh, and my people pleasers who resent. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay. And then your generosity. So that is your top three. That's your ALEF, your bet, and your Gilno. All right. We're going through the ABCs of self-mastery because, I mean, what's the point of this being if you're not growing? If you're not intentionally growing, if you're not intentionally exploring, I mean, where is your curiosities? And then your discipline. Ooh, the D word, the other D word. And I may as well be swearing at you, I bet. But hold on a moment. I want to check my time and make sure I'm in time. Okay, let's see some of these comments and get them up. Hey, Brenna, what's good? I'm going to pop these. Good evening to you all. I'm glad you're here. And make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This way, awareness. That's right, boundaries. Oh, y'all being helpful. Generosity. That's what's up. I appreciate you putting it in the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna teach for about 5-10 more minutes, and then we're gonna pause for all that station breaky stuff. All right, I got time, so we're gonna build some room in it. If you have any questions about what I've shared, feel free to drop them in the chat. I have it open now, and I can see as they pop up. And feel free to share your story. So this is where I fall back for a second and just let you know who I am. I understand, especially as a speaker, a moment, that sometimes people want to know who they are talking to, like what makes you qualify to tell me a rat's crack of a thing to do. Well, Merry Christmas. I'm a life coach, licensed. That means that I took time, effort, energy, and cash. Yep, came up off that money, honey, to learn. And I didn't care to learn in a selfish way. My heart was to learn in a manner to teach. All right. I want to be able to impart, pass on, and help because I know what it is to have had the clueless moment. Like, oh my God, there's much I don't know that I really want to know and need to know so that I can advance. All right. Let's do a couple of story times. I'll take you through 3 points in life. So I think that's wise and fair. I remember hitting my first years of adulthood and looking around like, now mind you, I was not a orphan. I had a mama, I had a daddy, and stepdad too. Wonderful people around me, big brain people around me. Intellect was very much pressed, you know. You will learn, the rote learning, the inner book. I love books. I still love books in them, right? So I was not displaced, but I was not connected either. Excelled in schools, of course, but when it came to life, it was a whole different story. Southside, Chicago, there was much. I didn't get the education in self-mastery, okay? I didn't get that firm education like many of us who attended public school in that critical thinking, and we were roboted. You learn this, bit this, learn this, repeat this, do this. No, mind you, I was not a slow bunny. I was a straight up nerd, and there were many things I understood, but socially, I was in need of a bit more, and professionally, I was in a need of a bit more. Do you get the picture? Stress. Oh, my environment provided me lots of that. And I had not learned how to manage all of that. I had not learned how to protect, how to be aware of myself, my needs, what was needed. Even the simplest of things, like the basics was on deck. Okay, got it. Boom, basics on deck. But that second level, that advanced level, that mastery level, nah, definitely was not in there. And that's fine because I was young. Okay, let's fast forward a few more years. And I'm moving professionally. Some awesome JOBs, right? Some paid, and I learned a few things, and I've exercised some muscles, and I've grown. Okay, fine. Well, how about an injury? And now I'm on my face and back at what feels like square one, though it really wasn't. And that's an encouragement to anyone who has had a failure, who has had a burnout or a breakdown or an injury in employment. You have not lost it all. Lost my house though, was homeless though, get the picture? And it was not an option to remain. It wasn't an option to remain. Children like living indoors. Children like food. Mm-hmm. Yes, pumpkin, they do. So it was to me to cut to the chase, baby. Cut to the chase. What happened in the house of Melikia? And I'm saying this to you, and I'm sharing my story with you because you can use this. What is happening in the house of you? What have you chosen? What were you aware of? What were you blindsided by that you were completely not aware of? Didn't even understand it. How about that? These are things to ask and find out, and without judgment. Can I say it one more again? I'm not here to judge you. I am not your God. I am your sister. And I'm here to remind you that it is safe and it is okay and it is wise to look to look inside first, to use your tool of awareness. For real. And I was among the people pleasers back in the day, y'all. I wanted everybody happy and taken care of and all of the above, even if that meant it was my last, even if that meant I went without, even whatever. Man, am I cured of that. Okay, so time, energy, and desire was right there with me, and I invested them into learning and to tooling up, not only in the basic level of masteries and trainings. I leaned in, baby. I leaned in, not for 1 year, not for 2 years, not for 10. How about 20 plus years? Okay. Of tooling. Not just tooling. I got 25 plus years. I'm tripping. 25 plus years in DV, assistance, awareness, and solutions, life coaching, spiritual discipline, and rituals. Come again. So do understand, I'm not just talking because I can. I'm speaking to you from my heart because I care about your heart. And I would like to see your life be that life that you wanted it to be out the gate. And if it's not, maybe there's a little bit of course correction, a couple of clicks and you're right on track. Maybe your click is awareness. Maybe your click is boundaries. Maybe your third click is generosity. And directly, and since we landed on generosity, let's speak the truth about it. What are you giving? Where are you giving your time? This podcast is totally for the free. It's public. And folks, I charge $250 an hour. So for the hour and sometimes 2 hours that I'm here, there's no payment involved. This is a give because I am generous. It is my heart to help. It is my heart to serve. And I'm instructed by Sovereign Divine. And I happen to be one of those people who like obeying because I already learned that I get pow-pows when I don't. All right. So where are you giving? Who are you building up? I run a mastermind so that I can pour in and love people. That one is for the free too. One of them. Clubhouse. Okay. So where are you giving? Who are you pouring and imparting into so that when you leave, your wisdom is still here in the earth, bearing fruit. All right. There is no excuse. You hear my voice? I just killed all your excuses. Let them die. Do better. And if you're already on it and you're handling your business and you're doing it, gang, let's go. Keep running. Lady Molotov in the Poetry Streets. I mentioned that earlier. Co-founded a space called Partners in Rhyme, Lyrical Vibes, every Friday for 5 years, y'all. And the PIR, Partners in Rhyme space, has been around less than 5 years, but my partner and I have been serving the poet community for 5 years, okay? So, and it is amazing to do that. Where are you giving? Or are you selfishly existing and taking? Or are you over giving and got nothing for yourself? It really is a moment to take and be generous with yourself and take that moment. Where are you? There's nothing wrong with that. The awareness, the boundaries, and the generosity. All right. Breathe that out. I'm going to hit these station announcements and check on, checking on, making sure I didn't miss anything in the comments. And then I'll be back. Let me hit that media. So, like I mentioned before about Blast Music 247, if you're an artist, to go and register as an artist with Blast Music 247. Why? Because you get to do this magic right here. Let's go.
The beginning and knowing, and middle ground till spin. We're moving, trust in the universe, you say, don't you let nothing stand in the way, we're winning, ain't got time for yesterday, we're steady keeping the faith, tomorrow is not promised, why not live today, we're breathing, crisscross and mismatched shoes, wrong path, now what to do, we're cruising, lampshade against moonlight, offset the dark from night, we're gleaming, we're steady keeping the faith. Tomorrow is not promised, why not live today? We're breathing, prude clicks and passers-by can't dream life beyond the skies. They're losing, soft lips behind the lies, hate resting in their eyes. They're scheming, ain't got time for yesterday, we're steady keeping the faith. Tomorrow is not promised, why not live today? We're breathing, ain't got time for yesterday, we're steady keeping the faith. Tomorrow is not promised, why not live today? We're breathing. Hey, hear me, yeah, ba-da-da, ocean. Sweet, do-dee-dee, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-ba-do-ba. Yeah, hear me, yeah, ba-da-da, ocean.
So I'm over here seeing the I'm a riots. You go right ahead and riot, sir, because we have business to attend to. All right, we'll get to that. Blast Music 247. Register as an artist. Register as a fan. Go ahead and handle your business. Okay, great. Back to it. So I took you through 2 points. Let's hit that third point like I mentioned I was going to do. Got to keep my word there. And then we're going to get back to my list. Okay, so I'll hit from this point. 3 different points. That I can just share quickly, blah, blah, blah. That young adulthood, because it matters so much when you hit that point and you need that firm foundation and traction to jump or to arrow and hit that target. I did not have it fully in place. Got it? Move forward, had some success, was doing some amazing things, helping people, reaching out, massing, and then boop. Okay. One boop or another boop. Life, right? It's life. I believe that life is out to challenge us and make us strong. It is here to give us the business and help us figure it out. I don't believe life is against us at all. I'm not that person. I believe life is for you and only for you. Okay. So third point, I remember being in a bathroom, Chicago Union Station, having a nice officer come up in the ladies' bathroom, acting a whole ass and saying some things about you people. I would have sworn that he was somebody's cousin that's in the White House right now with a red hat. By the way, he was acting. Get the picture. Okay, great. Thought it fit to pull his gun on me. Thought it fit to say a lot of things that was kind of messed up. And excuse me, if you've ever had an experience like that, where someone who is completely out of control and sees your skin color and hates it and decides you might not need to exist anymore, surely you have experienced the trauma that comes with it. Okay. And I did mention I grew up on the South Side, darlings. All right. Chicago. That had to go somewhere. It had to go somewhere. I had to move into a process and a method so that I just would not spiral. I would not just spiral. And I'm going to say something that may tick a thought for a couple of people, but bear with me and listen to me. I find that in my reach, because I'm not trying to be that guy. I want to say it respectfully. Between clients, between continents of clients, get the picture. Okay. What I can say is the trauma, the emotions that accompany trauma, the emotions that accompany pain, the emotions that accompany loss, the emotions that accompany, oh my effing Bob, what's happening? Those emotions are so similar, y'all. The events that caused Those emotions, that catalyst, yes, they may vary. Like I said, mine was that moment. Get the picture. But these emotions, baby, we can relate. We can meet each other right there in the emotions. We can meet each other right there in the tension of how it feels to fall on your face or face a gun or find yourself in a beep da beep beep moment, and you need a method forward. Simply, politely, plainly, self mastery. That is your way forward. That is your way out. That is your B word. Folks love that word, breakthrough, baby. You want to break through something, get that thin ice, that glass ceiling, that whatever it is. You want to break through mentally, emotionally, physically, on the soulish realm. You want to make that happen, baby. Lean into yourself mastery. We're going to run that back. The awareness. You cannot do a dang on thing about something that you're not aware of. And here goes a great point. Some folks are aware of way more than they want to work on. Ooh, the ability to pretend like you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Quit playing. You know what I'm talking about. You know who you are. Okay. And God knows who you are. Sovereign divine. Be on your nerves. Here I go. Okay. Awareness. Become aware of the spaces that need your attention. Get silent. Get your meditation out. Oh, Melikia, I don't know how to meditate. Well, let me tell you about this one book and this one time at band camp. Charles Haanel wrote a book. His last name is spelled Haanel. And the book is titled The Master Key System. In the beginning of the book, he teaches methods that I truly believe are so plain that can lead and guide you into successful meditation. Afraid of the books? Maybe some of my Christian people were very afraid. For you, I would say, what did the word say? Meditate on the word. Go read the Bible. The Bible says it. Meditate on the word. Pick you a scripture. Get silent. Okay, you may begin by speaking it out, speaking it, and then mumbling it, and then be silent and speak it on the inside, down on the inside you. This is inner work. This is spirit work. Yes, the physical is involved, but this is all spirit work, baby. Okay, let it be. Don't be afraid of you and what you're going through. What are you accomplishing by hiding? And that's something that that's a whole nother class I teach. We didn't get into that because y'all had me here all night and I ain't going. But the identity of it all. Awareness. So please do take time, get that pencil and paper. I'm not kidding. Get away from your phone, get away from your computer, get away from your calendar for a minute. Give yourself a breather and pen, paper that bad boy and get honest. If you need to talk to someone, you need a name to call, but you don't want to really be on the phone with them, Sovereign Divine is my go-to. And then I have certain sisters and brothers. Listen, I'm going to write you a letter. You ain't never got to see that letter, but because I enjoy talking to you and there's an ease of communication between us, maybe that might be a cheat code. And I use that method. Now, mind you, I'm way beyond that because of training. But it works. Get the picture? It works. So I'm offering you some baby steps and some intermediate steps and some graduate steps to master self awareness. Don't lie to you. And chances are the people around you going to tell you the truth. If you don't know and you really, really are at a clueless point and you can't see and don't know, I pray that you have some trusted friends, one or two trusted people that you can literally go to and say, hey, listen, this is what I'm experiencing. I'm going through this. I'm going through it, and it is not fun, and it is not kind, and I am not enjoying it, and I'm big mad, and I need help. Okay, fine. So ask, humbly ask, will you please tell me what you see when you look at me? And when you look at the state of my life, the state of my professional life, the state of my attitude, the state of how I treat people, the state of my money, and how responsible or irresponsible I am with it, tell me what you see. And for those who got a mama and a daddy, your mama and your daddy gonna take the business if they're out the mouth and up front with you. But I do pray you find someone who can really be that stern and honest and kind person. You don't want to go someone who's going to tear you down and just say messy, messy things. This ain't that. There is no need to go get kicked. This is not an encouragement to go get kicked. This is an encouragement to sit with someone who loves you and have that conversation if you aren't able to sit with yourself who loves you and have that conversation. Boundaries. Set them. All right. Let's get to 4. The D word. I like that word. I like that word a lot. I think it's amazing, but it immediately pisses some people off. Discipline. So we've hit the ALEF, Bet, Gimel, and now we're at the Dalet. Discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. It is a wonderful word, and it is not an easy word. It truly is the doorway. It is your entry point, and it opens the door to your freedom, to your freedoms. Discipline saves lives. Discipline strengthens your being. When you are disciplined in a healthy practice that you practice until it becomes habit, and then that you habituate until it becomes life, and then life until it becomes environment. And I just gave you an extra path. Discipline. Again, back to our structure. If we are building a house and you got that great foundation and you have your yes and your no, when you are exercising your yes and your no, because all of these invitations are coming. Choose me, choose me, choose me, choose me. And you get to be the selector of all these wonderful choices, right? You're choosing, you're choosing. You want to make sure that you're choosing best, all right? You want to make sure that what you are choosing, even in the seed form, is going to grow and become a tree that you want to eat from. You want good fruit, right? You want to experience that. Then, if that is the case, you must be mindful in what you say yes and no to. And when you make a commitment, i.e., example, this podcast, I made the commitment to show up. I made the commitment not to just show up, but to feed the people what they need to grow, to be here and to be present and to offer my services, right? And I've kept my commitment. I think since I've been here, there's maybe been 3 times that I've not been live in over a year, and probably close to a year and a half, right? Get the picture. Commitment. I love my folks who are in martial arts because that is such commitment. I love my people in the military because it's such commitment. I love my doctors and my lawyers. Mad commit. My nurses. Oh my God. And my CNA caregivers. Commitment, baby. So I'm pointing out those professions just to kind of to put a picture in the water. Commitment. My thought leaders. Yeah. My celebs, the actors, people who commit to their craft, people who commit to their skills, people who commit to their gifts, because you were given gifts. You came here with them. You were given some skills. You came here with them at base level, like a video game, baby. You got to level up, and there's nothing wrong in it. It is a beautiful thing. And these are tools to help you level up. Get your discipline in place. What does your routine look like? What's your daily routine? Got one? How do you measure? Do you measure? Or do you just do? Ooh, if you are one of my doers and you're just doing, but you're not taking the time to measure, what are you doing? How do you know if you're successful in what you're doing? Are you hitting your mark? There's got to be a target. There's got to be a goal somewhere, I hope. Okay, so these are just things I'm sharing out for the free. Here we go. Back to the list. Awareness, boundaries, generosity, and then discipline. I'm going to offer an example because I believe in that. My folks who said, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to do it, and I've tried to do it, and I just haven't gotten it done. Well, guess what? Measure. How long have you been saying that you are going to? And do you know that you hear you every time you say it? And there is a bit of you that dies every time you don't keep your word to yourself. And there's a bit of you that dies inside of the person that you're talking to because they're watching you not keep your word. Okay? It factors in. It factors into life. Life mastery. That's the point of the conversation. All right? That's the point. So, darlings, consider discipline as a doorway. It is the doorway that you have always wanted to walk through. And in order for you to walk through it successfully, you've got to build well. Gotta build well. Oh, hey. Well, I've been building Melikia for a while, and I find that some of these walls are falling. Okay. Maybe there's a crack in the foundation. Okay. You're aware of it. Now let's set some boundaries and get generous about it and fix it. And be disciplined to commit it. Whatever you committed to, be disciplined to it. Tomorrow night, I'm teaching a masterclass. I've been teaching master's classes for years. I call them master's classes because I'm not, I'll say it this way, the positive way. I am interested in creating masters. Many of my mentors and coaches and trainers was about that life, especially my master trainers. I had master trainers for several different disciplines. And when I tell you that was it, like their hearts were not to create little robot imitations or mimics. No. It was to stir, break open, fire up, because I swear I was in a fire with a lot of them, and grow a tree that people can eat from, that fruit. Okay, so with that in mind, discipline. I am that same chair. It is my heart to pour into you so that you grow, that you become a tree, that you bear this fruit, and that you don't just eat it for yourself, but that you feed the people around you. We are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. Okay, fast forward and the rewind. Last one for tonight. Excuse me. And if it is that you would like to have that whole list, all 22, then I'm going to need you to get in contact with me, because that is behind paywall. Here we go. ALEF, Bet, Kamel, Dalet, and Hay. This one is this one is such a strong key. Humility. I had a wonderful conversation with someone who we sparked our podcast conversation because of people's ideas of humility. And I miss her to this day. She gone, y'all. Her name's Allie. Okay, back. The breath of life. That's what humility is. It is the breath of life. I am not encouraging anyone to, I don't believe in the fake humility. I'm so broken. I'm so lowly. All of that. I don't believe in that. What I do believe in is understanding that we do not walk around with the attitude that we're better than anybody. We're not. We really just aren't. But we also don't walk around with the attitude that anyone is better than us. Okay? I honor my elders. I honor my seniors. I honor those who are to be honored. But at no point do I BS myself and think that they're better than me. Absolutely not. And when I'm engaging with folks who are experiencing the worst of the worst parts of life, at no point do I run around thinking I'm better than them. Absolutely not. I am there to serve. I am there to love. I am there to teach. I am there to give. I am there to get on some nerves when I need to and piss a few people off hard enough to get into their life shoes and walk. I'm there for all of that. Okay? Get the pictures. That humility, y'all. When you strike the chord of humility in you and find your balance, because you've been focusing in on being aware of it. God, where is my balance? How do I love the people around me? How do I serve the people around me? When you get that heart, that's when you breathe in the breath of life. You want to stay teachable. I don't even say how much I've invested in growing and learning. We're not telling on ourselves tonight like that. But what I would say is a freaking lot, okay? And I'm still teachable. Guess where I will be for 3 days this week? I'm going to go sit my tail down and sharpen my iron. I am sitting with Andy Enriquez, and I'm going to tighten up my speaking skills because it's wise to, not a ding-dong dummy. I'm going to go get me some more learning in. Why not? Why not continue to grow? Yes, I am a public speaker. Yes, I'm an author, a poet, a podcaster, a host, a human, a mommy, a G, all of the above. I stand in many places and I hold many hats, but do I ever, even at mastery, because I have, gang, and a lot of elements I have mastery, and still, so freaking what? That's how I feel about it. I got mastery, okay, great, yay. but there's still more to learn. There's still some place that I can grow. How do I know that? Because I'm still here in this body breathing. I'm still here. I'm still curious. There's more to learn. There's more to do. There's more people to serve. There's more love to give. I'm being blessed. My tree is growing and growing and growing. I have so much fruit and I am sharing it. I'm not letting the fruit rot on the vine. Get the picture. That's the point. And I'm not sharing you all of me for the sake of, hey, me. I want you to look at you and think through those points. I'd like for you to inspect your life. I did a podcast some while back on introspection. Go find it. You want to hear it, go find the conversation about humility with ALEF Poetry. There's a lot of conversations that I've shared through the podcast that you really do want to go back and binge. So binge the podcast. Hit that. The playlist is SXP MetaMorphosis 365. I'm sure that's a playlist. Subscribe to my channel, go find it and learn. You have zero excuses. I can't afford a coach. Yes, for half a year, I charge $15K. Some folks $16K. For the whole year, it's $30K. Quit playing. So you're getting it for the nada. You have no excuse. Go learn. And then, some stuff is behind paywall. No. Come on over here and learn. And if it is that you are looking for a coach, stop delaying. Get aware. If you've known for a while, I need coaching, I need training, I need help, I need guidance, and you just checking it, knock it off. Because your delay is literally the person behind you that's waiting on you to grow that fruit. That's their delay. And then whoever they're going to affect, that's their delay. Now, let me tell you who God is. Sovereign divine will make another way if you are not willing. If you refuse and don't move in willingness and obedience, there will be another way made. Like you said, the rocks will cry out if you don't. Yeah. But don't let that be said of you. Handle your business. And you have no excuse because you're listening to me. And I'm telling you everything you need to know right now concerning your awareness, your boundaries, your generosity, your discipline, and your humility. For real. Begin to inspect that. Take this week and take it seriously. It's going to be as effective as you are effective. All right. It's going to work when you work it. Period. Get it? So put those things to work. We're at 52 after. The writing. I just looked over and saw writing activated. That's hilarious. Go ahead, write. I'm going to satisfy that. And literally, I feel like I've given you what I came to give. From 1 through 5, yes, there are 22. If you would like to learn the fullness of this lesson, go ahead and reach out to me. You can hit me at lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. Very simple, very trustworthy, right? Gmail, we all know Gmail. Life is sanctuary, the letters X and P @gmail.com. Let me tell you a few more things. Okay. Take this learning, press it into your imaginary ball and eat it. Swallow it, let it sit in your belly and be sweet and savory. Okay. Work through it. In other words, eat it, chew it, digest it. If you need to go replay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Go hit the replay. All right. Go to Melikia K. Courtney's YouTube channel and hit that replay. And subscribe and binge. All of the above. And grow. If you get into something and it's like, okay, I have a question, I'm not sure. Or if you get into something and you're feeling like, oh yeah, that's my coach. lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. You also have the option, and this is only for people who are serious and ready to do the work. Please don't message me unless you are truly serious and ready to work, because I'm about that life and I believe in measurement. Coach me. You can text Coach Me to 321-443-2495. That's my invitation to you powerfully. If you are ready to move and you know it's your time, you know this is your time, because Sovereign Divine and I already told you this is your time. Tool up, rise, go get it. Here I am. Come get it. All right, no excuses. Gang. All right. Now we're concluded with that part. Let's move into this. September 12th through 14th. Yes, I had to think about the dates and make verify in my head. SXP 3-day. Y'all. This is just for the women. Women. 3 intense days of immersive love, learning, sisterhood, fun, food, and beauty. I invite you to come and participate fully, wholeheartedly. We get together family style, grab a big old Airbnb, and we hit sisterhood like we knew each other all day, every day, and we're born in the same sack or something. Seriously, it's work. It is immersion. We're gonna be in your business. Got a beautiful team, but you will walk away feeling refreshed, renewed, loved, clear, unbroken, and unbound, set free. That breakthrough that you've been waiting for just might be waiting on you at Sanctuary Experiences number 10, y'all. 10th event. Bless God. Come get this work. That is for the women. For my gents, I do have the Lion's Heart available for you. Touch base with me for that. And it is a wonderful, intense, it's gamified engagement for the gents. So let me know you want that. You can hit my email. lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. Come on, ladies, drop your deposit. Oh, for the link for that. If you'd like to go drop your deposit right now and save your space because it fills up quick. What is it? It is thereboundcoach.com/sanctuary. thereboundcoach.com/sanctuary. It's time to really get full payment in, but I will honor your deposit if you get that in now, because we're getting close to event time. So let I know you want to come get this work. What do I do for a living? I love people back to life. That is what I get to do daily. And I love what I do. I love serving my community. I love my clients and they love me back. And I know that for a fact because I always ask. And have I pissed them off sometimes? I'm gonna cause you to think outside of your happy places, outside of your box, outside of your beliefs sometime, because we got to grow and become that tree so that we can bear that fruit and feed the people around us and have them nourished well. Not just, I won't even say that. I'm going to keep my comment. I'm just going to keep it kind. Okay, great. I appreciate you coming and spending time with me at SXP Metamorphosis 365, this growth podcast. I'm here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, there has been 3.5, I believe it is, that I have had to play a replay. And the last one was for a magical reason. My grandbaby was born last Tuesday, and I'm so happy. He's amazing. Okay, so yay, it just brings me so much joy. I hope that you have something in your life that is bringing you so much joy and clarity. And if you don't, you can borrow some of my happiness and celebrate with me. I'm for that. Okay, we will satisfy the rioter before we get out of here with just a little bit of this. As mentioned before, I am Lady Molotov in the poetry streets, and I love my pen. Oh, it's so much fun. Poetry is truly a coping skill, and it is a mischief place for me. Many of you have gotten to see me perform in person. You already know it's a whole vibe. I do have well, you know what? I'm going to wait to tell you about that. We're going to be quiet, and then we'll tell you later. But there's some exciting things coming up. If you've not taken advantage of any of the books that I've written and you'd like to, let's have that conversation as well. Got a bunch of books, poetry books, and then also some practical learning and implementation. All right, let me go find this here media and satisfy the human. Where is it? Bam. He loved her while grabbing her body to pull her into loving arms. He loves her while grabbing the headboard. He loved her while choking her gently till the lights went out. No words, no doubt of passive insensitivities. Loved her safest in his mind when she was on her knees or him flat on his back, staring dreamily into eyes. Got the feeling that she danced lively in a world full of danger. Stranger the happenings, the more captivating. His thick hair and comely bulges caused her budget to decrease. Steadily efforts paid to please him, paycheck his being back together. Prayer, positive words, and Whatever alabaster box that bastarded hearted curmudgeon called for or demanded. Silently bewitching pools. Wormholes she laced her tongue through. Unknown galaxies awaited. Worm on the hook, she baited him with clarity. Oceanic love, skydiving insanity. Plunge into her need. His strong arms kept her as she bleed to death. Without him, there's no man left on earth. Amazonian crown, king, queen, royalty, she bowed her head. Crowns rolling off down Brown's legs like meatballs from a top spaghetti. Heavy is the crown. Water, I'm so thirsty now. Help me, she tried to scream out. Only thing is, that's exactly what he was doing. Healing her from life. Bewildered, suffocating all the knots. It's not what you think. He only sought to return her life to ink. Rewrite. And maybe next time she'd get it right. Or perhaps not. In body and out, they've been each other's operator. I need a way out for one another. Not just acquainted breaths, but been friend, mother, sister, lover, wife. Elemental air, broken bread, saline, love of my life. Catalyst, antagonist, and prime. Singuloid, that one mind. Yeah, this time, she loved him without grip. She loved him as the stingers pierced daily in and out of her. Allergy, world blurry, and she couldn't see. She loved him through hot to cold, black moats with walls. Tongue to left and to right, mirrors to souls of soul, dangling disco balls of flashes. Lifetimes hanging walls of memories. Did I find him, or did he find me? Conspiracy. Focus synchronicities to ensure love was rubbed like that wood stump of a famous tree. It's showtime. Legs already broken, so she can't stand. He's already guilty by the placement of his hands, fingerprinted, reminders all over her body, toes to thumb. She inhaled her last breath. Tears rolling down, and he comes. Pleasure, pure agony. He rapid to enter, 3 strokes and he's centered. She's gone from this realm, and he's going with her. Okay. The writer being satisfied. That was Lady Molotov, i.e. me, my poetry bag. Recording artist, I get to say that. Yay. If you'd like to hear it again, please do go to wherever you stream, your Spotify, your Apple Music, or whatever. And find it and listen again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And it's also, that's Inverted Love. That's the title for that. And then the other one is Woe to the Dummy, which is a lot more fun, kind of a nod to house music, movie shaky kind of thing. But woe to the dummy who picked fight with me. You'll fight not with me. I sit at God's feet. So it's a reminder and a fun one at that. Come experience poetry with me Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Clubhouse if you would like. This is a heads up and a warning. When over there, I am in my full bag of mischief. Do not expect anything different. Okay. That having been said, I believe we've satisfied all of the things with the exception of one. I do remember one thing. Bam. Tomorrow night I am teaching. Oh. No, I don't know what to do with that one because it went to the back instead of the front. Hold on. Let me show you. Okay, now that you've seen it. Tomorrow night I'm going to be teaching, and trust and believe there's some mischief involved a little bit, but it is mindset, personal development, and are you ready to strip? I would like for you to get naked and bare down to you. I'm going to help you do that. So come on and set up your class. You can find the full flyer over on my Facebook if you haven't followed Melikia K. Courtney. On my Instagram, if you haven't followed, Melikia.LadyMolotov. Molotov is spelled Molotav. Got the Tov on the end. Connect with me. I love connecting with folks. Send me a message. Say hello. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share with a friend and also hit the feedback once this is complete, because everything goes away. All of my comments go away when I complete here. But you can go catch it on my YouTube channel, Melikia K. Courtney. Subscribe. Bye, y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Let's see how we go. I get to push more buttons. Be
BlastMusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.